The ANC in KwaZulu-Natal has confirmed that 4 provincial cabinet MECs will be replaced. So let's get an update now on what came out of that briefing. Our reporter Ayanda Mhlongo is there. And of course, there was a lot of speculation around this reshuffle, especially after Senzo Mqunu was removed from his post. So let's get an update now. Ayanda Mhlongo, it's over to you. All right, we don't seem to have...
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Natasha. Certainly, the announcement today, one can say not really came as a surprise. In fact, it has been long awaited. That was after Premier Senzo Mqunu stepped down a couple of weeks ago. And then, of course, there was the appointment of Willis Mqunu, who then took over as the Premier of the province. He then left a vacancy. We will know that he was formerly the MEC for Transport and Community Safety and Liaison. Of course, today the new 4 MECs have been named, and if I can just quickly go through them. The Department of Sports and Culture was previously Ntomgayise Sibhidla Saphethe, will now be Bongis Mloy. Economic Development and Tourism, that the new MEC there will be the chairperson of the ANC in the province, Sihle Zikalala. MEC for Education will now be Mthandeni Dlungwane, replacing Peggy Nkonyeni. Agriculture and Rural Development will be the SACP Secretary, Themba Mthembu. And of course, the Department of Transport, Community Safety and Liaison, the new MEC there will be Mxolisi Kawunda. Those are the 5 new MECs that will take over the different departments here in the province. Of course, a lot of work now. They're coming in mid-year. There was still a lot of work, particularly in the departments such as education, economic development, as well as transport and community safety. A lot of issues there that these MECs will now have to come in, taking over, of course, from the former MECs. And a lot of work will need to be done. And certainly the ANC saying that they are very much aware of that. They have said that they went through an extensive assessment process. In fact, there were a number of people, and finally they then came to these names, the new MECs. They're saying that the names that have been put up, or the new MECs, have worked in the respective portfolios. They have experience in local government and administration. And the Premier, when he was addressing the press conference not so long ago, he then said that he is satisfied with the candidates, or is satisfied with his selection, and as well as the ANC, and that they've really gone through a rigorous process. It will now, of course, remain to be seen that, as I said, a lot of work ahead for these MECs. And also, we then just asked about the former MECs and what the ANC was going to do, where they are going to be deployed. And the ANC said that at the moment they could not tell us that. That was still part of the internal processes. They did say that they had met with the former MECs to explain the positions, and saying that they accepted that that was the ANC's decision to remove them from those positions, and to now appoint these new MECs. Certainly, this is going to be the big story of the province today, and we'll be, of course, getting reaction as well from the alliance. One, of course, would be the SACP, but we know that now that Themba Mthembu was the secretary of the SACP. He will now take over one of the government departments, that being Agriculture and Rural Development.
All right, Ayanda, thank you very much. That was, of course, Ayanda Mhlongo after that ANC briefing in KwaZulu-Natal.